Hello, we are Laura Viana, Andrés Díaz, and Ana Jimenez, a group of Ithaca students. And now we are going to talk about the Irish famine. In the mid-19th century, Ireland experienced the greatest crisis in its history, the Great Irish Famine, also known as Irish Potato Famine, because approximately 2/5 of the population depend exclusively on this cheap crop.
A plate raised potato crops their basic livelihood. Ireland was part of Great Britain, but at the economic, political, social, and religious level, it was abused by the metropolis. The Great Famine that swept the country from 1845 to 1849, and the clandestine and indifference of Great Britain caused a demographic crisis that ended in a mass exodus.
The potato, imported from America to Europe by the Spanish, at first was not well accepted. At the end of the 16th century, it was introduced in Ireland and little by little, it was abolished from Irish farmers. Its cultivation withstood extreme temperatures and it was possible to get several crops a year.
So, the potato arrived as an alternative to bad crops. Wheat was mainly grown in them, as well, while wheat crops were exported. The peasants were supplied with this chaff, since it bore the cloud well, and it was possible to harvest several crops a year.
It was the basic livelihood of families until in the 1830 when a ship from America arrived in Ireland with a parasite that attacked the La Roya potatoes. The famine was the potato plague, which swept potato crops throughout Europe during the 1840s.
Ireland was disproportionate since 1/3 of the population depended on the potato. This pest was called late blight, also known as potato mildew, caused by a fungoid protist called Phytophthora infestans. It affects potato crops by killing them and spreading rapidly. This causes famine, as has been seen on the island.
In addition to the deaths which greatly reduced the population of Ireland, the hunger situation pushed millions of families to emigrate. Thus, many Irish ended up emigrating to the United States, Canada, Argentina, and Australia, among others. This episode was known as the Irish diaspora, and as a result of all this, Ireland lost more than a quarter of its population.
Despite the famine experienced in Ireland and protests by residents prohibiting export to other countries, food remained in Ireland, but the Irish government continued to export food to other countries.
Most Irish emigrated to the United States, where they were discriminated against because of their religion and origin. The Irish have contributed much to the culture of the United States and the St. Patrick's Day holiday, where many people have fun and wear green with the symbol of the Irish shamrock.
Irish music has also had a strong impact on American culture, which has led to the creation of musical genres such as rock and roll. Immigrants continued to be related to their country, their culture. For example, in this slide you can see the shield of the Boston Celtics team that It's green with the symbol of a clover, the colors and the typical symbol of its culture.
This has been our work about the Irish famine, and we hope you like it.